Welcome back, Single 40 podcast episode 37. Sorry we took I think it's a 2-week hiatus, kind of, or a week hiatus.
Yeah, it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, we got busy with work. We had to load a vessel of all our scrap metal, so we always talk about trying to do a podcast during that time, and we never seem to get it done. But we're back here today.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's good to be back and getting ready to go on another trip, so it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, so our schedule's always every 3 months we load all the scrap metal out of our yard on a ship, and then within a week or two we head off for another trip. So we're just a few days away from that, so we're excited. This trip we've talked about before, we're going to be in Manila a little bit, and then Vietnam. We're going to Da Nang and Saigon. So anybody that's listening that's been to either Da Nang or Vietnam, let us know if there's something we need to see or do. Also, since we're going to be in Manila for a few days, Burgos Street or any of the cool places over there, let us know that.
Yeah, we definitely got to go out. I mean, we got a couple days when we get back, so.
Yeah, I mean, we'll hang out with Eric and Nikki and hit up the P. Burgos area and Makati and go from there.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've even gone out over there.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last time we went out with Eric and Nikki? A year ago, maybe, over there? Went to Buccaneers and then some other club.
Yeah, I mean, just bar hopping in that on Burgos, it's been years.
Yeah, we've never, implemented our Angeles City strategy in Burgos. I mean, we've obviously implemented it in Thailand, but we've never tried to implement it up there, so maybe we get into that.
Yeah, I mean, and everything seems to be open and going off. I mean, when we were there, we went into one of the clubs, but we didn't go into the bars or anything.
The other thing I would love from listeners and people that watch our shit, that if they've been to Subic, let us know about Subic, because in December we might try to go up there for a night and bring our AC crew with us. So any feedback on Subic Bay, that area, would be cool. Never spent time there, so.
I mean, yeah, we've only spent a little time there, right?
Yeah, I know nothing about the place,
yeah.
What there is to really do, or what's the hot spot, or where to stay. So if anyone can help us on that, we'd appreciate it. Other thing I got going is tomorrow I'm going to be on a friend of ours, Ginzu June's podcast again. Check him out on YouTube, Ginzu June. So he's a cool guy, and
that's the one you did virtual, right?
Yeah, I've done a virtual podcast with him. Shit, it was months ago, and we're gonna do another one tomorrow. So I'm excited to talk to him. He's actually, his wife's Filipino, and he's taking her back to the Philippines, I believe, in October for her birthday, and he wants to set up some type of, I don't know about surprise party, but some type of party or event for her. So he reached out and asked me if I could help him figure out what to do, and I told him I can definitely do that, but let's do it on a podcast. Let's talk about it on a podcast. He's like, oh, cool. Yeah, let's do it. And then my dumbass during our shiploading week flaked on him because I totally forgot about it and missed his email. So I feel bad for that. But I reached out to him, explained, I missed it because of work and my bad. And he was super cool. He's like, yeah, we'll just do it next weekend. So
yeah, seems like a cool guy. And, his channel, not really Angeles City or anything. But
no, he's really big into MMA, and he's got a podcast, and his brother-in-law, I think, sits on it a lot of the times, and they just, talk about shit they like and, go from there. But he's been to Angeles before. Obviously, I said his wife's from the Philippines, so they travel over there to visit family often. I was trying to, rack my brain on things he could do. I was thinking maybe they could have, a VIP setup at Mega Dance. I wouldn't want to give him advice on, Aqua, because we've never been there, but we obviously know Mega Dance, or we could get him set up at Club Sky, and he wants to do something special for his wife. And I was like, dude, we have a huge team there. You can get a cake and flowers and all kinds of shit delivered to a bar. I guess they like to do bar hopping. They like to go out and have a good time. So
that's awesome.
Help him try to figure out what's that. We'll talk about it tomorrow with him.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about Da Nang. I mean, there's obviously nightlife there in Ho Chi Minh City, but, we'll see what we get into. I'm sure it's going to be a lot like Thailand.
Yeah, Da Nang looks a lot like Pattaya from the YouTube videos. It's a kind of pretty big city right on the ocean.
Yeah.
And our hotel's right across the street from the beach, kind of like in Pattaya. But obviously, it's more of a recon mission.
Yeah, no, definitely. And check in, see if want to go back there, right?
Yeah, it was like the first time we went to Thailand was the recon mission, and realized like, yeah, we got to come back, and we figured out where we wanted to stay and what we wanted to do. So we like to do the recon type stuff. So we're only in Da Nang like 3 days, and then Saigon 3 days, so we can get a lot of recon in, and then decide if it's a place we want to visit again in the future.
Yeah, no, I mean, it looks cool. A lot of just tourist stuff, I'm sure we'll get into, but
And then December, obviously, we're going to make a return to Angeles City. I want to say we're going to set up some type of party, possibly on the, God, I don't know the date, the 10th maybe. And we're thinking about reaching out to Aqua at a ABC Hotel and having a party there. So anybody that's been up to that spot, let us know what they think. And is that a cool place? Should it be a day party or a night party? What's better? And we'll reach out to them and see what we can get going for a single at 40 pool party at Aqua.
yeah, I mean, I think we've only been, years ago we stayed there.
Yeah, I mean, back in like 2018, we stayed in those Millennium penthouses they have on top of one of the towers. We rented all 4. That's when we bought, Matt and then another one of our buddies. So we each had one of the 4 rooms, and we definitely didn't take advantage of it. That was before the single at 40 thing started, and we weren't filming anything or having those types of parties. I remember sitting on the balcony thinking like, wow, would be the balcony has its own little bar.
Yeah, no, I mean, that place was huge. It was, all the rooms were like studio type, areas, and basically had their own separate. I think they had like jacuzzis in the bathroom, and it was pretty unreal.
Yeah, once we get back from this trip, I'll reach out to them, and obviously we want to stay at Carousel because of Amy, but if there's some type of a package where you get rooms and then access to the pool like VIP, like we'll see what kind of deals they have, or we'll just figure it out from there. But don't necessarily need to stay there. But if that is more intriguing for them, then maybe we stay there the night we have the party or something.
Yeah, no, it'll be a while. Obviously December will be here quick, but we haven't been there. It'll be like almost 6 months or something by the time we go back.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to.
But it's right around the corner. We leave Tuesday for our next trip, and that's going to be here before you know it. It's Saturday right now, and then we'll be back from that trip in a blink of an eye, and then it's time to start planning December.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing, man. Just time in general has just been going so fast. It's kind of crazy.
One thing I was thinking about is that rule now in the Philippines about not being able to show people's NIL, their likeness on videos, how that's affecting guys over there. So I know Eric's made some adjustments to the way he films. So when we podcast with him on this next trip, it'll be interesting to hear what his take of the law and the rules are and how he's actually handling it. I seen in his videos that he's like blurring people out in the background, which has got to be a tedious process. But
yeah, I've done it before, and yeah, it is definitely tedious, and especially because he's like a vlogger. He like goes out and he's out and about, and he's filming. There's people everywhere. But videos I've seen online, like no one's doing that. I don't know. I guess I haven't really checked out too much of the Philippine stuff, but it's only obviously a law in the Philippines, right?
Yeah, and then obviously laws come down to enforcement and how they're enforcing it. Obviously you don't ever want to go to another country and break their laws because that's never a good plan, but see how serious it is actually being taken, and if we have to adjust or not. And inside private businesses, I don't see it being an issue because it's a private business, and as long as everybody knows you're filming, I don't know if you need to get like NDAs signed by people, but not a bad idea at the end of the day. But I think if you have a bar and you go in and film, and the bar lets people know that there's filming going on, and if they don't want to be on film, leave, I think that kind of covers you. But again, Eric's on the ground in country, and he's obviously a YouTuber, and he knows and understands the law a lot better than us because he has to deal with it. So we'll talk to him and try to figure that out.
Yeah, that would be pretty tedious if I had to edit that. People's faces, that would suck.
Yeah, the other thing too is we're trying to reach out to more YouTube content creators that are here in Hawaii just to get guests and talk about content creation and their process. We had a guest lined up today, but he ended up not being able to make it, so he rescheduled. So we're definitely excited and trying to think of other people because, obviously our content's really Philippines-based, but podcast-wise, anytime somebody's creating content, it's good to talk to them and learn from them. So we're going to try to expand that way and create some interesting stuff. And, obviously people that watch our stuff are interested in the Philippines, but if they have any interest in Hawaii, we'll try to bring on some content creators that base their content here. That's just because we're here and we can, easily get people to come on.
Yeah, I mean, even just, not necessarily content creators, but I mean, even going back to our channel with, like we had Mikey and Francis on, and they're from here, or they live here, and they travel there. I mean, I'm sure there's other guys that maybe.
Yeah, no, I got a few guys in mind we can definitely reach out to, and then our friends Brandon and Adam, who we work with when we ship load, they work on the pier and help us. Like they do business with us, so they're going to come on, and they're both interesting guys that got a lot of stories and a lot of leadership experience, and they're positive dudes. So we want to bring them on and keep pumping our positivity. And
yeah, and I mean, just obviously getting to know people's backstory too. It's always a good thing.
Yeah, guests are always fun, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a couple weeks ago, but like obviously listening to Francis and.
Francis is amazing.
Yeah, he's been like going there forever, and.
Yeah, I saw him and Mikey this morning briefly before I came down here, and it was good to talk to him. And they like the way it turned out, which is always good. You never want somebody to come on your show and then not like the way it turned out. So that was good to hear.
No, that's good.
And it's funny because like when me and Glenn were setting up, like Glenn didn't tell me, but he thought Francis was probably going to be more shy than Mikey was because Mikey'd been on before, and we actually have some new equipment that we needed to get, and before that podcast we had to use the old equipment that wasn't totally working, so we gave Francis the mic that probably would be the one that didn't work. It ended up working great, but Francis ended up talking a lot more than Mikey, which is funny because we didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah, it's like you just don't know. Sometimes people get like like shy, or they're like intimidated by whatever this is. And I mean, yeah, Francis was awesome.
Well, even the monster. I mean, I've known the guy my whole life, and like obviously we wanted to bring him on. He's been with us doing this from the beginning, and I did not know that he had like this on-camera personality that comes out when he sits down in front of the lights and the camera. So like that even blew me away. I was just like, he's the best guest we have. I can't wait to have him on again, probably in March. But I mean, that was surprising me, and I've known the guy since we were fucking 3rd or 4th grade.
It's funny. No, he's definitely he'd definitely speak, talk a bunch.
Get more of his stories, because his stories are always the best.
Yeah, follow-ups from the last trip. I mean, can't wait.
I've been watching a lot of Vietnam stuff preparing for our trip, and unfortunately, like most of it's negative as usual, and I was kind of talking to Francis and Mikey about this before, not necessarily Vietnam, but I was telling them Mikey's obviously coming with us, and so I was telling Mikey that I was doing some research on Vietnam, and a lot of the guys that podcast nightlife and bar scenes, it always comes down to money, right? And they're talking about the game and like how much drinks cost to buy girls at bars, and what you got to look out for, da 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 da. And Francis pipes in. He's like, "But you guys don't care about that. Like, you just have a party." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's exactly what I was the point I was getting at." He like figured it out before I got to it. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, that's why it's hard to watch videos, because it's like you hear these guys' perspectives, and I get it. They're usually solo traveler, vlogger type guys, and they're trying to show that community what it's like and what you got to look out for. So that's obviously their niche, their audience. But for us, it's like I can't get much feedback because watching those type of videos, because it's like I'm not worried about if a girl drink costs. I don't know what the fucking currency is in Vietnam, but I'm not worried about if a drink is $2 versus $7,
Yeah, no, definitely. This is kind of the same. I mean, it's always the watch out for this or watch out for that, rather than like I just want to see where like places are and like what kind of bars there are, and like
we just want to find a bar that lets us film and like adapts to us wanting to party. And I mean, we know the process works because we've done it in the Philippines, we've done it in Thailand. So I'm sure it will work there, but that's what we're after, and that's obviously you can't really find that on YouTube. So I don't know about rule. I keep hearing that Vietnam's a lot more conservative than the Philippines and Thailand, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, I've heard it on like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different guys' vlogs. Like, this place is a lot more conservative than Thailand or the Philippines, and I mean, you can take that for what it is. I mean, I
think I saw some stuff of just like I don't think. They're kind of not against, but I don't think they're just open to people filming and shit walking down the street. I think businesses and stuff kind of.
Well, I mean, historically, most bars aren't, right?
Yeah.
once, well, because they got to look out for the interest of their employees and the interest of their business, which I totally get. But I think, our plays always worked because once people see we're just there to have, a big time party and blast, and then they don't have a problem with the filming, right? And who knows, like, we obviously went to Thailand and had trouble with it at the beginning, and then once we started doing our normal shit, then all of a sudden it opened up for us. So we've obviously learned that lesson. So when we go out in Vietnam and Da Nang and Saigon, we'll just do our normal script of.
We don't just like show up and start filming.
Yeah, so we'll try it out. I mean, conservative, like everybody says, I does that mean they won't want to be on film? I mean
the like when you talk about like what we do, it's like when we start spending money, like it all goes out the window. Like no one cares. That's
yeah, exactly. And I mean, we even had recently we do like the videos of the tattoos, and we got Adrian gives out single at 40 shirts, and we do it obviously because the tattoo movement's awesome and the shirts are good promotion for us and whatnot, and it's a free shirt for people. But we also do it so those guys take videos and pictures of them giving this stuff out so we can make content on it, right? And we do. And the other day we posted one of some girls that Adrian gave shirts to, and one of the girls messaged like, please take the short video that we created. She wanted it off of Facebook. I don't think she realized it was on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and she messaged us to take it down off of Facebook, which we did. So then, like, I started messaging with her, like, kind of pressing her about, like, what's the problem? Like, because this wasn't in a bar. This was literally on the street. It's her and her friend, and they're holding up, a single at 40 T-shirt with the Jollibee logo, and, it says single at 40 on the back, and made kind of a collage video with other people that had the T-shirt, and they just happened to be one of the pictures that was in the collage video. And she basically tells me that, like, her family doesn't know she works in the bar. So, like, I responded back to her, and this is all after I took it down. I responded back to her like, this video is not in a bar. It's during the daytime. I mean, does your family know you live in Angeles City? Because you can't even tell from the video that where it is, because they're literally with their back against the wall, kind of near Carousel Hotel, and there's no sign you can read.
Yeah.
And she basically says it's because her family doesn't know she works in the bar. And I'm like, well, I didn't even know you worked in the bar because this isn't in the bar. Like, like you could have just been a girl working at the hotel, working at the cafe. Like, I didn't even know. Like, Adrian just sends the pictures of the videos, and he'll say the people's first names if he knows them, but that's about it. So I kind of pressed her on that, and she didn't really have an answer for me. So then I asked her, I'm like, well, is it because you have a boyfriend and you don't want him to know you're hanging out, like, in that area? And she says, no, I don't have a boyfriend. And I kept pressing her on it, and eventually she, kind of came clean and basically said, yeah, she just doesn't want her picture out on Walking Street. And I was like, I can respect that, but the game is the game, right? And I think a lot of these girls don't want to be on video. It has nothing to do with the family. It has to do with the life they're living. But I'm not here to judge them.
Well, obviously you're on video and in an area where, let's say those girls has a sponsor, a boyfriend, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure that dude's probably consuming the content in that area and, watching these videos. And if he sees this chick on there, he's going to get pissed. And I realize the girl's risking it. But at the end of the day, honesty is usually the best policy, right? And it's like, I don't know. The game is the game there. And I'm not going to downgrade these girls for the things they do. It's like, I understand it, but it's kind of a double life. And it's like, yeah. Well, the thing is funny is like, it's cool that these girls want to get these tattoos, but it's like, what do you think? Like, why would you, just because it's free? Like, I don't understand, It's like, they're getting tattoos, and we've made videos about this tattoo, and someone's filming them, getting the tattoo, like, it's just, I think when it probably sank in, like, oh shit, this probably gets shown out and on YouTube, and she probably was like, hey, please take this down.
Well, yeah, so I made it clear to Aaron, our tattoo artist, and Adrian after that, like, listen, like, make sure any girls that show up that want these T-shirts or these tattoos, that they realize, like, the videos and photos you're taking are going to be posted. Nothing negative is going to be said about them. Nothing's going to call them a bar girl, but it's going to be posted. And it's like, obviously we don't know these girls. They're, going into the shop or coming up to Adrian asking for these things, and those guys are there to give it to them because we've set it up that way. So it's like, like you said, I don't understand. It's like, do they not see the channel and understand, like, the party movement that we film? But
I mean, it's probably obviously mixture of both. Like, their family doesn't know because it's not something you I mean, I'm sure a lot of these girls aren't telling their families where, as long as they're sending money, I'm sure it's basically, there's no
I shouldn't
questions
say
asked.
it's always the boyfriend. It definitely can be the family, but
I mean, yeah, I think it's like half and half. Like, I'm sure it's a mixture of family and, I mean, if it's a boyfriend that's like helping them out, of course they're not gonna want to be on film. And I mean, that's the one thing. It's like to do like a relationship, or with girls that are on that work there or from that. It's, you just have to understand like the game, dude. And I mean, no matter what, it's like you have to understand like basically it's, you're not there, and they don't know what you're doing back home, you don't know what they're doing, the time difference. It's just, so it's one of those things where it's like you just have to fully understand, especially if you're going to help someone out. And because there's a lot of content on that type of stuff, right, where people are,
well, yeah, and it's all negative, and we try to keep it more positive and just try to educate people on why you need to be aware. I mean, for me, it's always like when we bring friends that have never been there and they go meet girls, and it's like, hey, if you want to fucking send the girl money and support her or help her out, like, it's your money. Do whatever makes you happy. I always just try to explain it to them from the girl's perspective, and the fact that it's like, okay, you come in from another country, you treat them well, you want to stay in contact with them. They're happy to be in contact with you. They'll always see you when you come back. And if you are going to whatever support them with a certain amount of, monetary gain every month, like, that's great. It's up to you. But understand, it's like the girl's got to hedge against you vanishing, right? Like, she doesn't, like you said, she's not home with you. Like, she doesn't know if you have a wife. She doesn't know if you have, a girlfriend back where you're from. So at any point in time, you can vanish. And I'm sure that happens with a lot of these girls. They meet a guy and he's all, hot to trot on them, helps them out, and then he decides it's not worth it financially or whatever, and he changes his mind, and then he blocks her, he stops sending her money, and then it's like the girl is like, damn, I quit my job, or like I stopped working as much because this guy's home, and then she's got to like figure it out. It's like, so they have to hedge against you vanishing, and that's why I think that's what drives a lot of it. And I don't think it's because they're like scammers and they're trying to like rip people off. I think it's just their survival mechanism. So you just got to know what you're getting into.
Yeah, no, you definitely have to. And I mean, on the other end of it, like, yeah, there could be girls that are more seasoned, and just know the game.
There's definitely ones that are out there that are trying to get as much as they can.
Which is, I mean, if that's the game, that's the game. Like, if you're just one of those people that are helping a girl out and she's like, but I mean, if you don't realize it going into it, and you don't see like, like if you're chatting with a girl that you're supposedly helping out, supporting, and she vanishes, like, she's not basically available, like you text her and hours go by, and like, most likely something's going on, which is fine, right? I mean, it'd be the same if like she's trying to hit you up and you have this other life too, and you don't get back to her for hours. It's just, that's where it's like that line of like content trying to, these girls, they're only for this, and this. It's like, but it's like, you're only in it for this,
100%.
So
yeah.
you have to kind of, I mean, like, I've done it. Like, you help people out and you want to be generous, but you have to understand, like, at any given time, like, it could end, and it could end on her end, it could end on your end, but that's why, I mean, the best part is like, you could always go back and meet someone else. Like,
100%. And even in the dating world, any country, and we'll just talk about the U.S. because that's where we're from. Like, you can have a girlfriend, a wife, whatever, and she can fucking cheat on you.
Oh,
like,
no doubt.
And
it happens. I mean,
all the time.
All the time.
I seen this one thing once about like how guys always get caught when they're cheating because they like change their pattern up, and they end up acting different around their girl, either more loving, or they act more negative towards her, and the girl picks up on it, and then she starts looking into what he's doing, and then he gets caught. And I saw this, and on the flip side of it, they flipped it on the female side, and they're like, girls are much better at it because like they won't change and the guy won't notice it, right? So yeah, I mean, it can happen to you anywhere, and it's like you just always have to keep aware of that. And it's like, you can't buy love or respect with money. You just can't. Like, and people think that you can, and it's like, no matter how much you're sending a girl, how rich you are, like, doesn't mean she won't cheat on you.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, especially like this life that and this like situation of like trying to go to the Philippines, meet a girl. It's just, you have to understand, like, when you're not with them, I mean, it could happen when you're with them, but most likely when you're you have a long distance type shit, it just have to be aware. It's just just not something you could be naive to.
And for like awareness, like in my opinion, and this is any relationship anywhere, you know, it could be a long distance relationship. It could be a girlfriend you meet where you live. Like, look at the girl's actions and the fact, like, what does she blame you for doing? If she's jealous and is always thinking you're cheating, like, she's projecting her own shit on you. Like,
well, it goes the same. Like, you know, most of the time when you're feeling pretty guilty about doing some shit, you're basically like, hey, what have you been up to? You know, like, I mean, you don't even realize you're doing it too.
Yeah, because you're carrying that guilt, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the things you got to be aware of. It's like, if you meet a girl and she's all worried about what you're up to, it's like, probably because she's living that life and she knows what she's doing and she probably thinks you're doing it too. Like, it's just inevitable. And that's where, like, you run into like narcissist people. Like, they'll always spin it on you. They'll always say like, well, it's your fault or you did this. And it's like, so you can never be right.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're aware of the different situations you could get yourself into. I mean, obviously any girl or any relationship you're in, it could happen, but I mean, we're obviously speaking specifically with Angeles City and the Philippines and meeting, Filipino girls, but you just have to be aware. You just have to be, understand the game.
In long distance relationships,
yeah,
I don't care what the setup is. If you and your significant other live apart, it's fucking rough.
Yeah. And I mean, you just have to find someone you enjoy hanging with too. I mean, whether it's just the time you're there or if it's, you try to make it work after or when you leave. But I mean, the main thing is like, you just have to be open-minded, and understand that just because you're sending money doesn't necessarily mean, everything's going to be right. You're not going to have any problems. So,
and if you do find yourself in one of those situations and it does go bad and the girl's cheating on you or you don't feel like you can trust her, it's like, fucking pack it up, dude. There's so many more girls out there. Life's too short to live in that type of stress and to worry about what people are up to. Like, as soon as you feel that or it happens, it's like, just move the fuck on. Like,
yeah, no, definitely.
Don't give them the satisfaction of, I mean, because once you confront people on that, even like if you have, perfect evidence that they did it, it's like, what do you get from it? Like,
yeah,
maybe they admit it and they apologize. Maybe they keep lying, but it's like, you're only doing it for yourself at that point. And it's like, what are you really going to get? And then when you look at it from that point of view, you're not going to get anything. So the best way is just like, end it and fucking move the fuck on.
Yeah. No, it's
don't waste any more energy on it, like, go find somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, how many bars are there? How many, it's not even bar girls. It's just in general. Like,
how many countries are there? Yeah. How many online dating apps are on there? How many?
Yeah, it's just, I mean, there's too many people out there to, spend all this energy on just one person that it doesn't work, it doesn't vibe. So that's funny. I don't know how we talked about.
I was just thinking that, like, how did we get into this? But I think we started getting into it when I was talking about the girl that didn't want her picture up there or whatever, and that's kind of what led us into it. So, but
it's good stuff to talk about because I mean, we don't necessarily talk about that side of it ever. We always just talk about obviously the partying and shit. But I mean, there's a lot of content, but it's all one-sided. I've never heard guys that are like talking about these girls that scammed them. Like, why do you think they did? Or what was their perspective? It's always obviously the side that.
Yeah, there's always two sides of the story, right? And every relationship's a two-way street. And you're right, like, everything just goes negative. And I mean, that's why there's so much negative content out there, is because people get their heart broken or people get pissed, and then they go off on these tangents, and they feel the need to, expose what happened to them. And I mean, some of these, like, Glenn sent me a video of a guy one time, and that's all he does is rag on Filipinos. And he always says, like, this happened to his friend, this happened to his friends or people he knows. And it's like, bro, you're so full of shit. Like, this happened to you. Like, you've taken that much of an emotional interest into making videos about it because your friend got fucked over. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Like I said, I mean, it all just goes back to being like understanding. Like, it doesn't necessarily even mean the bar game. It's just in general. Like, if you're going to another country and meeting someone and it's based off of helping them with finances or whatever it is, I mean, it could be here. Like, once there's like that transaction, that interaction, where it doesn't matter if you're in the U.S. or in I mean, it just, you have to understand that's what the relationship is based off of, unfortunately. And I mean, yeah, you could eventually fall for them and like them more, but you just have to understand, like, it's it's based off of that, you know. And
No, and there's girls you can meet that, you know, I don't want to say seek money, but they you know, you provide something for them, and I mean that's what a relationship is, right? It's a give and take. Like everybody provides something in a relationship, and maybe one of the things you're providing is, you know, financial stability and you know things like that, and you're providing like comfort. It doesn't make it wrong, you know. It's like who doesn't want to have financial stability and comfort, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't put you in a position of power either, you know. It's like you got to realize, like, why did you go after her? Probably because the way she looks or the way she makes you feel, whatever it is. Like she's providing that, and if she stopped providing that, you probably want to go the other way. And it's like, so don't think with your financial, you know, help is going to make it where it can't happen.
Yeah,
you know, like everybody gets their heart broken at a certain point in time, and like you said, it's like you just got to understand it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But I don't know. I think people will continue to get their hearts broken in this world because humans are flawed, you know, and it's just going to happen. And like they always say, like there's one person that's more into a relationship than the other one, no matter what the relationship is, you know, marriage of 50 years, whatever. Like there's always one person that's more into it than the other person. And that sucks, but it's just reality.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, just be aware and, know the game. And I mean, it doesn't mean you can't have a good time and enjoy and meeting people and, you know, creating good relationships. It's just you have to always be cautious.
No, you do. And even girls that, you know, like I was talking about the financial gain, even if that's your part of the side of the relationship you bring, doesn't mean they don't have feelings for you. It doesn't mean that they can't fall in love with you. Like, of course they can. There is, like you said, there are pros out there that like are completely doing it for that. And if you get caught up with one of them and fall for them, like that sucks for you, but you know, you should be aware. But I don't think that's the majority. I think that's the minority, but it is out there. I think there are girls you can meet that really will have feelings for you. And like you said, sometimes it's just, you know, long distance or survival, and, you know, they might make decisions that aren't good, just like you might. Like, you might have a girl in the Philippines that you're supporting, and you meet some girl out here, and, you know, she's beautiful and, you know, impresses you, and then you do it. So it's like, you can't just look at it one-sided.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a different situation.
Start a podcast on relationship advice? No, thank you.
It's like I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
We're just trying to go and film content and have a good time in Vietnam.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, our play is always just have a good time when we start spending money. It seems to kind of help and work with people being more comfortable with the video camera or whatever. I mean, even in Thailand, like we all felt pretty like, I don't know if we should. And it's like once we started like throwing money around, like I gave the camera to one of the girls, and she was the one filming. Remember?
Yeah. And I mean, to be fully transparent, it's like we don't go to these places to meet girls to take home. Like we go to have a party and meet people, make friends, and have a great time. And I mean, I think that's what changes our perspective and why we're able to do it and stuff. But we're not out there like, we're going to go to the bar and meet some girl and bring her back to the hotel. Like that's never been what we're trying to do.
Which, I mean, obviously the majority of the guys trying to do that, which is fine.
Which makes us a little bit different. But, and then obviously, you know, we show the sides of these bars and partying to show people how much fun it can be. And if you do want to go there and meet girls, fucking go do it. Like that's what it's there for. But that's what kind of makes our perspective a little bit different. I don't know. I felt the need to be honest and throw that out there because it kind of makes us a little bit different. But I don't know. Did that make us sound gay?
But I mean, that's that part of it is still the reason why we go to the bars and go, you know. So.
I mean, we like party with females, obviously. Anyways, I don't know how we got off on that, but Vietnam coming up, Angeles City in December. Like I said, comment about places you've been in Vietnam, Burgos, Makati, anyone that's gone to Aqua that has advice on Aqua or has been up there, or, you know, whatever. If you watch this far, we appreciate it. Always open for topics to talk about, always looking for guests. We throw this out on pretty much every podcast, so as this thing grows, we get more views, we hope to get more comments, more questions, more guests, so that's our play.
Yeah, I'll try to get the. Fuck, I still got a ton of footage from the Mega Dance shit when we were trying to get that thing to put together. It was a good night, but yeah, fucking, I'm trying to find some time to make a video. So
You'll get there.
yeah,
You'll get there.
we'll get there. But
Someday we'll get this thing big enough where we can hire people to help us.
yeah, but yeah, no, it's good talks. Kind of went off on a little bit of a topic, but it was good.
Fuck it. There never really is a topic. We just start talking and see where it takes us.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Next one we do will be in the Philippines with either Andrew or Eric, and that will be the next one we post. There might be a little lag on getting that one out because we're going to be traveling, but we plan to shoot 2 over there definitely. If another person pops up, great. But once we get done with that trip, you'll see those 2 episodes come out. And like I said, the guy that canceled on us today, hopefully he comes in a couple weeks when we get home, and we'll keep doing it.
Sounds good, man.
All right. Take it easy.
Thanks.